Dumbjake Digivolve to Metal Dumbjake. New Metal Dumbjake shirt, only available until May 15th. Link in the description. Kamen Rider is an amazing show that's been around for 55 years, and the show has reinvented itself over and over, introducing really fun and creative gimmicks with every show, which really made me fall in love with this wild world of Japanese superheroes. What's good, internet? Jake here, dumb as ever. I recently made a video talking about different Kamen Rider shows and belts, and I decided to continue the series. In this video, we'll discuss Kamen Rider Fourze, as well as the toy of his driver, which is the belt he uses to transform into Kamen Rider. People on my last video described the Fourze Driver as the ultimate fidget toy, so I've been wanting it for a while. And thanks to today's sponsor, JP Fans, I finally have it. JP Fans is an awesome website that lets you shop on Japanese online marketplaces. You can use JP Fans to order from sites like Mercari, Yahoo, and Amazon. I love using Mercari because you can find amazing deals. If you're looking for Kamen Rider stuff, look up the name in Japanese katakana and paste it into the search bar. That will help you find the toys and collectibles much more easily. Once you order an item, it will be shipped to the JP Fans warehouse, where they will store your items for up to 60 days, so you can make multiple purchases and bundle the items. JP Fans will also send you QC photos to make sure everything looks right. Now keep in mind the value of the service comes from the great deals you can find, but international shipping is always going to be a little bit expensive. Thankfully, if you use my registration link to sign up, you'll get a bunch of coupons, and if you redeem code DUMBJAKE, you'll get a 20% shipping discount coupon, which is huge. Thanks to JP Fans for sponsoring this video, and let's talk about some Kamen Rider toys. I picked up the Fourze Driver mostly because a bunch of people told me to on the last video, so if you want to see me review a certain belt, just let me know in the comments. I watched the first 7 episodes of Kamen Rider Fourze for this video. I had no idea what it was about, but if I'm going to play with a toy, I need to know the lore behind it. That's just the kind of guy I am. This show is about Gintaro, a delinquent punk whose main goal is to befriend everyone at the new school he just transferred to, which is going to be a difficult task because he basically transferred into the high school from Mean Girls. Everyone is clicked up, and the football players and cheerleaders run the social hierarchy. It is really funny how much the show is inspired by Mean Girls. It's a really obvious influence, and I love it. Gintaro befriends Yuki and Kengo, though Kengo is more of a loner genius type that wants nothing to do with Gintaro. The conflict of the show comes from the Zodiarts, which are monsters based on constellations. Normal people use switches to turn into these monsters, often to attack others in their school, because again, this is the Mean Girls school plus Kamen Rider monsters. Kengo creates the Fourze Driver to make use of Astroswitches, which are powerful items that can grant specific powers to Fourze. Gintaro is such a goofball. He becomes Kamen Rider because Kengo has some sort of physical ailment that's stopping him. Kamen Rider Fourze is totally based on like space themes. His head is a literal rocket ship, but Gintaro is completely unfamiliar with all of the space theming. When he transforms, he literally just says it's space time. That's like if Gav transformed and he said it's candy time, but I love Gintaro for that. It makes him a really charming, fish out of water Kamen Rider, with Kengo calling the shots from the moon base. By the way, they have a moon base, which is pretty wicked. The show is really lighthearted and fun, apparently because it was developed right after the devastating earthquakes Japan faced in 2011, so the showrunners wanted to give kids more of a light escapism, which is completely cool with me. I really like these more fun, silly Kamen Rider shows, as evidenced by my love of Gotchard. But let's talk about the toys themselves. The main gimmick items of the toy line are Astroswitches, which are essentially little fidget toys. Seriously, the reason I chose this driver is because people described it as the ultimate fidget toy, and they weren't wrong. Every Astroswitch has a specific base, meaning each one is either a circle, cross, triangle, or square, and each shape is tied to one of Fourze's limbs. So number 1, for example, Rocket, can only be used in the circle slot on the belt. Of the first 4 Astroswitches, Launcher is by far the most fun to fidget with. I love flicking the switch back and forth. Lucky for me, I found a fantastic deal on JP Fans, and I got hella Astroswitches for a great price. So I have a whole host of these things, and yeah, they're really fun. Some are better fidget toys than others, but overall they're really fun gimmick toys. The driver itself is really bizarre looking. I never really understand how these things work until I see them in action, but I love the semi-transparent plastic used, and the image in the center of Kamen Rider Fourze is so cool. I love how it's layered and all the lights work individually. Let's take a look at the lights and sounds.
Okay, here we have the Fourze Driver, and we're gonna go over all the functionality, all the lights and sounds, and all that cool stuff. So, to get it turned on, we're just gonna hit the on switch. It's gonna make that noise. And what we really need to do, since, you know, without any Astroswitches, it's not very useful, so we're gonna go ahead and put in our basic Astroswitches. And as you put them in, they're going to say their own names. Alright, and then you're going to hit each switch here to activate them. So basically, once you hit all the switches, it says 3, 2, 1, and then you pull the lever. And it makes that noise. But what's really cool about this driver and just this character in general is that each Astroswitch kind of changes his form. So this is the Rocket Astroswitch, so if we click it down, it says rocket, and then his arm is blinking now. And then we can also do drill. So now we have the rocket and drill active, and if we pull our lever again, we get the rocket drill limit break. And you'll notice it says the names rocket and drill before the limit break. If you add on another, like this one, or even radar, okay, now we have all 4 active. It does all 4 of them. Yeah, if you turn it on, you can just simply turn it back off, and it's and you can do a limit break, and it'll ignore this one and do the other 3. Of course, you can swap them out. So we have our hand here, and we're just gonna plug it in. Hand. I haven't plugged that one in before, but it is just called hand. And then we're gonna activate it. And let's turn off radar and drill. And let's just do a rocket hand limit break. Yeah, and that's basically how it works, so you can mix and match as much as you want, and it's going to change how the finisher sounds. So we're just going to switch all of them out now. So we're going to put this one in. So now let's activate them all. So now we've got them all activated. So you can see why this is such a fun driver, is because there's so many combinations you can make. So we also have a couple special Astro Switches. So number 10 and number 20 give him new forms. Number 10 is Elec and number 20 is Fire. So let's just put in Elec here. And then we're gonna... And as you can see, he has a whole special henshin noise, and it turned his character yellow. Let's see what his final attack sounds like. Yep, and there you go, and you can add on to that. Yeah, so it changes it a little bit, nothing drastic, but still. We have our fire. I like that little piece of music. It sounded like something from Digimon or something. And yeah, how cool is that? I don't know. I think I just love this thing. But yeah, he's really cool. I love the little character in the center, how he changes based on what you're doing, like what's blinking. Like now that isn't blinking because it's not activated. But now it is blinking because it is activated. So yeah, it's all really cool. We also have this Astro Switch, which I believe is for another rider, a Kamen Rider Meteor or something like that. Again, I've only seen 6 episodes. I don't know who that is, but I think this Astro Switch is what turns him into that character. And as you can see, this is the fidget gimmick of it. We're just gonna put it in. And then we're gonna activate. And then we're gonna do limit break. So nothing too special as far as I can tell with the Meteor Astro Switch, but still pretty cool. I like the plastic it's cast in, how it's like sparkly blue. I think that looks pretty cool.
Okay, so in addition to all my normal Astro Switches, I also have the Cosmic Astro Switch, which Fourze uses to turn into his final form. This switch is obviously much bigger and weirder than the others, but still has a ton of fidgeting options. Let's take a look at the lights and sounds for the Cosmic Astro Switch.
Okay, this is the Cosmic Astro Switch. This is like the ultimate Astro Switch he uses in the show. I've never seen this thing used because I'm like on episode 6 or something, but I did get it in the bundle I got with the belt, so I thought I would show it off with the lights and sounds and stuff. So it does have an on-off switch and requires 2 of the circle batteries. So I'll make that noise, and then you do that, and it'll make that noise, and it's got this button on the top. And it says danger. It'll say danger, danger, danger over and over. Yeah, and basically, I guess this is a reference to the show when the main character first uses it. It doesn't work right, and it, like, explodes. So if you press the button in 4 times in a row, the 3rd time will be the explosion, and then the 4th time will be it just is busted and it is not working anymore. And when you slide it up again, it's a system recover. Alright, let's take this and put it in the belt and see how it works. So here we have the Cosmic Astro Switch, and we're gonna plug it into the driver. yeah, that's kind of the main thing it does. You can limit break. Limit breaking just does that though. I don't really understand the secrets of the cosmic Astroswitch, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it looks pretty ridiculous on the belt. But besides that, I really don't know what it's meant to do, or if I'm using it wrong. Yeah, I would assume, like, the Astroswitch would do something more or make some other noises, like when you attack, it only does this. So yeah, I don't necessarily understand it, I guess. Let me know in the comments if I'm doing anything wrong or if this is just how the Astroswitch works.
So overall, Fourze's belt is super unique and fun. It doesn't have a lot of fun music, but I think the sheer amount of sounds and combos you can make with the Astroswitches makes up for that. And I just love the 3, 2, 1 standby noise. I do wish I understood the cosmic Astroswitch better, but I think I literally just need to watch the show to figure that out. Kamen Rider continues to impress me with its toys and creativity. There really isn't anything like it. And they've even got me, someone who staunchly does not enjoy roleplay toys, or even toys that make noises, to absolutely love these things. I am running out of room though, so I'll probably be taking a break from Kamen Rider reviews for right now, though I am slowly picking up more Zet's products. At some point, I want to review the entire Zet's toy line. But in the meantime, let me know what belts I should check out in the future. And thanks to JP Fans for sponsoring this video. As a reminder, if you use my registration link, you'll get a bunch of coupons. And if you redeem code dumbjake, you'll get a 20% shipping discount coupon. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you'd like to support me further, I have a YouTube membership and Patreon. For $1 a month, both give you the same thing. An invite to my super chill Discord server, where we talk about toys daily and have weekly tokusatsu watch parties. You also get access to my infrequent members exclusive podcast, where I sit down with other content creators to talk toys. Alright, I'll see y'all in the next one. Ciao.